Yep, it's true. Social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, it almost killed me. And it's kind of hard to admit that because so many people just want to be defensive. No, I'm not addicted to TikTok. No, I'm not addicted. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's woo. No, like dopamine is frying your brain. Same thing with video games. It's frying your brain. Trust me, I have been really down bad. I don't know how anybody in today's world. I don't know how anybody focuses at all. I struggle focusing. I don't even have TikTok or Instagram. I don't know how you do it. I don't know. The thing is, with Instagram, let me take you back. I used Instagram for my business. I ran theme pages. I ran pages. I was trying to be productive with my content. Consuming. I would consume content, but then I would learn from it, and I would post content that would then do well, and I would contribute to other people's consuming problem. That's how I justified me being on Instagram and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. TikTok, thankfully, I was not too heavy into that, but Instagram was my big one. I had a personal accounts where I would just compare myself to my friends. I would see my friends, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing this. Who cares? You can, if you really care about them, you can talk to them and have a human conversation and connect with them that way versus, oh, I saw you posted, like the stuff on the store, like you just see it. You're not actually a part of it. Whereas if you engage in a conversation, things feel much more real and life can feel a little more authentic in that way. That's something that was a huge game changer for me, was deleting my personal Instagram account. Yes, I have a YouTube. You're going to see the first link in the description is going to be my Instagram account. I don't go on there. I'm putting that there so I can get some followers. That's the only reason why I'm putting that there. I don't even post on there. I don't. I can't remember the last time I put a post or a story on there. Although maybe recently a story. But yeah. YouTube Shorts, another one. That was my substitute for TikTok. That was my substitute for Reels. Once I got off of Reels, I went to Shorts. Shorts, at the time, were not the greatest. Now they are very dialed in. They know exactly how to get you hooked. And Shorts are longer now. They have a lot more fun things going on in them. And it's easy to get hooked. But the problem is, these algorithms, they're designed to just give you dopamine and give it to you in a way that's, I don't think it's talked about too much. Like, yes, I think people are starting to understand you get a ton of dopamine from your phone, from the short form content. But what's interesting is I saw this recently in the way they do it. They're gonna go through the different emotions. They're gonna make you happy in one thing. They're gonna bring you down and show you a sad one, and then they're gonna make you angry, right? You talk about liberals, Democrats, conservatives, Republicans. People, when you align with one part or the other, you align with people being bullied, you align with this, you align with that. When you are aligning with a tribe, and the algorithm can get you to align with something and be mad and be angry or be sad against something else, us versus them. Anytime somebody can get you to do that, this is just a marketing principle, by the way, that it's going to be very powerful. And so the algorithm will show you a truck running over somebody or a car accident. Look at that stupid person. Next one, it shows somebody burning down a house that should not be burning down a house. Oh, you get angry. Then they're going to show you a little cat video. Sad, cute, funny, whatever. Then they show you an Andrew Tate clip and you're upset. Or you're like, let's go. There's different ways that YouTube and the algorithm or Instagram and the algorithm can show that to you. For me, my algorithm on Instagram nowadays, which once again I do not go on there, but when I do, it is gambling, it is crypto, it is meme coins, it is a lot of wild stuff. But then every now and then, they'll throw something at you that is out of character. And it's to kind of test those emotions, to see how you interact with that. Are you going to spend a longer time on this platform when you watch this video? If so, we'll give you more of these emotions. We'll give you more of this dopamine. And understanding that getting emotionally farmed over and over and over, it messes with your system and it messes with your dopamine, obviously, but your emotions kind of get out of whack. And it took me a while to even realize that. I just thought it was about the dopamine. It's about the emotions. Emotions are crazy. It is how you can get somebody to buy something. It's how you can get somebody to jump off a bridge, like genuinely. It is how you can get somebody to do some crazy things. You can get them emotionally involved, get them to justify their actions logically. People will do some crazy things. And understanding how the algorithm will do that, you can look at it yourself. I'm not an expert on it. I'm just saying my personal experience. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me, whatever. I had to get off because I was spending too much time on it. I could feel my brain being fried. I would be like, oh, dude, I've been on here for an hour. Cool, let me just keep scrolling because this video was funny and this was great. And now I'm looking at my notifications. It's pretty crazy. Shorts, I mean, it does the same thing as Reels. TikTok, I think TikTok is the worst of them all, if I'm being honest. It's because it's by China, but that's a whole nother conversation. What's insane to me is you can tell when people are a little more in control of themselves versus somebody who's not. People who are, they feel more present in the moments when you're actually with somebody. They're not looking at their phone. They're not scrolling. They're not sending reels. They're not sharing all this like, oh, yeah, this great video. Oh, did you see that video? No, I have no clue. I don't know what's going on. I don't care what's going on. I care about real life. Video games, that's a whole other thing. I still play video games, but I try to play a lot less of them because the dopamine you get there is just like, you shouldn't even get the amount of dopamine you get in video games for like 10 years. If you look it up, it is insane how much dopamine they give you in these little spurts, in these little ways. I mean, high contrasting colors. Like, I've been getting into Clash Royale lately. I'm not saying I'm perfect at this, because I'm not. I've been playing Clash Royale. It is the ultimate dopamine machine. You have haptic feedback when you tap on chests. They give you rewards. Dopamine. You get unlocks. You can upgrade things. There are sound effects that are very pleasing. Like I said, the colors. There's so many different things. It's like a casino, essentially. The world has turned into a big casino. It's like a big slot machine, just over and over. Betting is everywhere, and that there's a lot of emotional people in betting, right? And people watching the games are a lot more emotional. Then games are rigged. There's this, there's that. There's a lot of crazy things that go on, and it's to play off of people's emotions. And once I learned that, I mean, obviously I'm still not an expert at it or in fully control of it myself as I'm playing Clash Royale, but now that I'm more aware of it, I can try to take some steps back and understand, okay, I understand that I'm being dopamine farmed right now. Let me only do this and be in control and make the decision to only do this for 10 minutes. Yes, I'm getting more dopamine than I should ever get, but it's still kind of fun. So you gotta just take it in very moderate steps, and understand, that without this, I don't get my dopamine from here. I'm not looking forward to my dopamine from this, from video games, from scrolling. It's like, oh, what's the first thing you're gonna do when you're on break? You look at my phone and scroll. I mean, be honest with yourself, because I know that when I pick up my phone, I'm gonna go to YouTube. And I'm gonna see, okay, who posted, and then I'm gonna see, oh no, there's iShowSpeed. He's doing his America tour right now. Let me see what the latest clips are, right? Yeah, it's fun. Like you can. I'm not gonna deny, like, it's fun, but life isn't always about fun. It's about working towards goals, and it's like, this is what I talked about in last week's video. It's like, what are your life goals? What do you aspire to be? What do you aspire to do? And if what you're doing right now, yes, there's times where you don't need to be, fully locked in on what you aspire to do and what you choose to be. Like, I'm not gonna disagree with that. I don't do that like all the time. I'm not gonna say like I grind all 24/7. I'm not gonna lie to you like that. But in general, I think that most people are on their phones too much. They're scrolling too much. And and this is me, because this was me, and this still kind of is me. Is what you're doing right now going to help you in the future? Yes or no? Watching short form, playing video games, is it actually going to help you pay for the mortgage? Probably not, right? So there's just simple things that you need to think about. I think that's things that I need to think about. It's like, okay, is this a skill that I can use later in life? Yes, no, I don't know. You gotta think through these things. And for me, I was like, okay, I need to get off of social media because this is genuinely like frying my brain. I couldn't do it. I had to delete my Instagram. Like I said, the comparison thing too is crazy. I had to get off of that. And TikTok cannot do it. Shorts, I still go on them every now and then. I get enough dopamine from fantasy football and like my like watching videos. Like that's enough. Like I don't need more. The more dopamine you are, the more ADHD you are. I was recently in a restaurant yesterday, and it is insane to me what parents do. Kids before would cry, or you just teach your kids to not cry or be better behaved in a public setting. At least that's how I think it was. I don't know. There was 3 families, 3 tables that were next to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the kids that I saw had an iPad in front of them, watching their videos, playing their games, and they're just like, they're making all these faces. They are emotionally invested into this stuff. They're quiet, most of them, but that's kind of what they do that makes the kids shut up. The parents can talk, they can do whatever, they don't have to worry about things, they're right there. Yeah, it's convenient, but your kid is like, their brain's being fried. Like, are they learning anything right now? Probably not. Their brain's just being fried, and they're only going to get worse. Literally the definition of an iPad kid. It is. You're telling me that kid's going to be able to focus in school? No, they're getting dopamine from watching on the iPad. They can't sit still for 5 seconds. So what makes you think they're going to sit still in school? They're going to want to be on their phone. They're going to do this. They're going to want to do that. That's a whole other conversation. But yeah, that's my TED Talk for the week. I'll see you guys next week.